Well, happy Inauguration Day, everybody. Wow, huh? I hope everybody got to watch the festivities this morning. I mean, just truly, truly, truly amazing. In some ways, I think a lot of people are going to remark upon how exciting it was to kind of get back to things that feel normal and comfortable. But to me, it was the things that were different that really stood out. You know, Amanda Gorman. I mean, seriously, if uh, if she's the future of poetry, poetry's going to have a really big run. That I mean, what she did this morning was just so great, and the tone, the delivery. I mean, it was just so beautiful. I mean, I want to set it to music, except she makes her own music, right? I mean, Lady Gaga delivering. I kind of knew this would be true because, you know, she's been given some really monumental tasks where she had to do certain songs in contexts that required her to conform to an expectation. And, she just spent intense amounts of time to get the tone exactly right. And I thought she just nailed it. I thought Garth Brooks was great. Uh, that, the way he approached it was all very, very cool. I thought last night, that ceremony at the Lincoln Memorial with all the lights, that was a beautiful thing. I love the fact that Biden said all the right things, but the right things included this very clear, it was cleverly articulated, but very clear shots at the insanity of the last 4 years and the betrayal of people like Ted Cruz and obviously Trump, but also people like Ted Cruz and Hawley. And, all of that was tremendously therapeutic. I watched the beginning of the thing uh, on a Zoom. It was a Zoom watch party that was essentially for people who are active in the antitrust world, so people from my day job world, people from the progressive wing, and it was really funny to be on there with them all because it's not at all obvious that President Biden is going to be aggressive in that regard. His history says he'd be the opposite, and obviously the Obama administration's policies there were essential to creating the problems that we've had for the last 5 years. And but there's real reasons for hope too at the same time. And so, it was really fun to be on this thing with all of them and to see the beginning of the show that way. Um, but Amanda Gorman, that's where I went to my own TV because that was just like, oh my God, that was so good. And then of course Michelle Obama just completely rocking it and wearing the purple, which is important. So anyway, I've got today's show is going to be real special because it's not just me. I'm going to do a set a little bit shorter than normal for a really good reason, where I'm going to do sort of like the musical arc of my day. So starting with, before noon, before the inauguration, and then kind of taking us through to where we finished up. So I hope this will be fun for all of you. I'm really excited about doing it. And then we're going to have Dylan Chambers is going to share with us a brand new, I mean, literally today's the first time anybody outside of myself and Patrick will have seen it, a new video from his band Midnight Transit. And it's called Stand Up and Fight. And, he's launching it today for a really good reason because it's to remind us that the battle's not over and we all have to be part of it. The song is simply fantastic. Lester's on it. It's really good, and the video is the video's a reminder of what we've been through and why it's important not to assume that just because we're done with Trump everything's going to be kumbaya from here. So anyway, today this is the arc of my day, starting from dawn. pulse of drumbeats drifting on the wind, growing louder by the day. Warning calls from distant lands, we don't hear what they say. Stop the tune, put your life on hold, hug your kids, do as you're told. Empty streets where gridlock used to rule, sirens shout their harsh refrain. The whole town cheers at 7 p.m. Each day feels the same, but it's a different world, it's a different game. It's not too soon to place the blame. Didn't have to happen, we could have been prepared. Many fewer people might have died, but we're stuck with Dr. Evil, and every word's a lie. When the final toll comes in, we'll all know why. We'll all know why. When the final toll comes in, we'll all know why. The story's just beginning, but this much I know. If we want a happy ending, we'll have to write one on our own, on our own, on our own. It didn't have to happen, we could have been prepared. Many fewer people might have died, but we're stuck with Dr. Evil, and every word's a lie. When the final toll comes in, we'll all know why. We'll all know why. When the final toll comes in, we'll all know why. I mean, it's really astonishing when you think about it. Yesterday, we crossed 400,000 fatalities from COVID. And, you know, I don't know what a decent job or an even average job would have done. Maybe 40,000, 50,000 might have been the death count. But instead, what we got was something really tragic and completely unnecessary. And you know, I trust that President Biden is going to do everything in his power to get this right. One of the things that alarms me, though, is that the way our healthcare system is organized, it's actually not particularly helpful for getting this kind of stuff done. And, you know, it would be interesting to see what would happen if you used, you know, if you sort of like had a few days where you sent a doctor around in the back of every UPS and FedEx truck and just went door to door, did it, you know? I mean, you know, there are crazier ideas than that because it, you know, like I said, when you have a pandemic and you can't and the healthcare system just isn't organized right. It's not a matter of intent. These people want to do it. They want to help. But that industry was optimized years ago to maximize profits. And when you do that, you don't have any buffer, any extra bandwidth for dealing with things like pandemics. And it's not the fault of the people who work there, but it is the fault of the choices we made as a country about how we were going to run our economy. And those are the kinds of things that, ideally, we're going to fix. I can't imagine that being fixed anytime soon just because, there's not time, and it's going to be a really hard problem. But it does make things like Medicare for All seem like much better ideas once you see this sorts of thing, because we have to get the healthcare system out of its current economic model if we're going to, be happy going forward, right? I mean, just assume the pandemic gets solved. Even after that, you still have to do it because you got to give everybody a chance to be healthy and well. So anyway, I think we can all blame Trump for what happened in COVID, and we're going to be able to blame him forever. The numbers are going to get a lot higher, and it'll still all be Trump's fault. There'll come a time when it's Biden's problem, but the numbers right now are Trump, which means it's important to sing songs to express your anger and frustration at this guy, and it's I'm ready. I got the songs ready to go. Even changed a few lyrics. Don, this is for you, buddy. He wrote me a message. People that was torn, it said Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo Yankee Oscar uniform. I stood there in silence with a message in my hand. It took me a minute. It took a lot of minutes, a whole lot of minutes for me to understand. It means that he don't love me. He don't love me anymore. It means he wants to break my heart and nail it to the floor. The only thing that hurts me, breaks my heart in two. I'm pretty sure the man he loves looks a lot like him. I sent him back a question, got a message in return. Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo Yankee Oscar uniform. Once again I stood there with a message in my hand. It took me a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for me to understand. It means that she don't love me anymore. It means she wants to break my heart and nail it to the floor. The only thing that hurts me, it breaks my heart in two. I'm pretty sure the man she loves looks a lot like him. I can't believe she loves you after all that we went through. Oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, whiskey tango foxtrot, oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, I owe you. I'm sending him a pink slip and an indictment not so warm. Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo Yankee Oscar uniform. I hope that it confuses him and messes up his plans. That it takes him a minute, a whole lot of minutes, a lifetime of minutes for him to understand. You hear me, Donnie? A lifetime of minutes. I hope you never understand. We're all so mad. We're all so beat up. We're just trying to recover. But this idea that we're going to go all kumbaya from here just doesn't sound right to me. I think we're going to have some accountability. I think that's all part of getting well. Many years ago, I wrote a song about what I wanted to do with the Trump family. And now that we're at that moment, this is a reminder of what we can do to, make the world a better place. In my dreams, I'm gonna build a giant ocean liner. In my dreams, it will be like Titanic, only finer. In my dreams, the passengers will come from cable news and politics, blowhards and hypocrites, divide the country with their shticks, the network and the wingnuts, sow anger and resentment, while 5-6 souls in Washington roll back the Enlightenment. The speaker thinks it's peachy, the turtle thinks it's hot. They both claim to be Lincoln, but honest Dave, they're not. Whoa, 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 whoa. The captain is that guy whose cruise ship ran aground. They say he's reborn, but is nowhere to be found. I'll send the apprentice and the model, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and their fashion-selling daughter and her preppy out to sea, with all the angry white folks with their statues and their swastikas, gun nuts and cyber trolls, putting down the rest of us. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look out, is that guy from the Exxon Valdez? Give me 3 sheets to the wind, even when there is no breeze. In my dreams, I'm gonna build a maritime disaster. In my dreams, it will sink like Titanic, only faster. In my dreams, they give out prizes for getting rid of bad guys, but my ship's not big enough for all the assholes and their big lies. In my dreams, I've got a second ship, carry on the overflow, and several others in construction, 'cause the asshole population grows. Yes, it grows. In my dreams, in my dreams, in my dreams, my dreams, in my dreams, dreams. So if you're putting this on a timeline, I'm at like 11:59, right? That's East Coast time. So it's early morning for us. And then this happens. I heard there was a magic carpet Elvis played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king, pausing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Faith's faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throne, she cut your hair from your lips, she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I know this room and I've walked the floor. You know I lived alone before I knew you. Seen your face in the marble arch. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold, it's a broken hallelujah, 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 say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name, but if I did, well really what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Did my best, it wasn't much, I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. Told the truth, I didn't mean to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I knew before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 So today was a momentous day in so many ways, you know. I mean, it's obviously not done yet, but, you know, we got rid of Trump. You know, Biden got off to a really good start. We have the first female vice president, also the first black woman of South Asian descent, all at once in Kamala Harris. The Senate actually approved the first member of Biden's cabinet. You know, it's the first time in history somebody got inaugurated without any cabinet members actually being approved. You know, I sent out a thing on Twitter today going, I think for the next 100 days, Congress should be required to work 6 days a week. I mean, this crap of working 3 days a week, that's got to go. I mean, this is an emergency. They've got to treat it as such. But a lot of good things happen. But in our family, something else happened that was really pretty damn cool. So today was the first day that people aged 65 and over, so between 65 and 75, were allowed to schedule a COVID vaccine. And my lovely wife, Ann, well, she decided to leave nothing to chance, so she tried at 12:01, you know, right after midnight. She got up like 5 and tried then, and she kept going all. Anyway, she paused for a while, and then a friend of ours who was also trying to do it, because today was the first day, pinged around 10 o'clock and goes, oh my God, the thing's open. You can do it. So Ann went in, and she got an appointment for Friday. And, I mean, talk about hallelujah. Now, she may not want to hang around me for a while, but I'm just so excited about that. And this is a song that, you know, the title of which I think is really kind of where we all are today. But it's kind of the story of our lives. And this is another wonderful day in that amazing adventure.
When we met so long ago, we each had plans for the future. Our plans fit together, so nearly it all came so naturally. And it's a happy dream you share, you make it work without a care. Days up you must achieve, you work cause you believe that it will all come together in a land of happy endings. When I look into your eyes, I wonder how I fly away. When I look into your eyes, I don't know why I'd fly again. When I look into your eyes, see my reflection in your smile. I can feel unlimited affection. I know now for certain I'm the luckiest man alive. It's time to harvest what we've sown. Live the life we've always postponed. It's so hard to let go. Now we both know time has come to live for ourselves. When I look into your eyes, I remember why I fell in love. When I see you smile, I remember why I'm still in love. When I spend the night with you, it's magic through and through. Why don't we seize the day, forget our jobs, go out and play? There's still time to move to the land of happy endings. It's a travel near and As I look up at the stars, I know how brief our time will be. As I hold you in my arms, we focus on each other. As long as we're together, time slows down, lasts forever. Here we are, you and I, in the land of happy endings. It's time to harvest what we've sown, to live the life we've always postponed. It's so hard to let go. Now we both know the time has come to live for ourselves. It's so hard to let go. Now we both know the time has come to live for ourselves.
You know, I don't know whether you guys were feeling the same way I was, but for the last week, I've been on pins and needles, right? I mean, what else could go wrong, right? And, you know, obviously a lot of frustrating things happened the last week. I mean, you know, Trump gave pardons to a ton of people. And, you know, the vast majority of those people, maybe all of them for all I know, but you know, certainly the names I recognize were like, you have got to be kidding me. You know, just amazing. But in the final analysis, that's probably not going to be a big deal, you know, and as frustrating as it was to watch, you know, we did get rid of him, and now we got Biden. And I must say that at least for me, psychologically, it came in the nick of time. Like ticking, it won't go away.
Good things happen in the nick of time. In the nick of time, you will find me there. In the nick of time, anytime, anywhere. Your life is a drama, twisted and strange, but you are the author, and the story can change. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dreams, don't ever let them slip away. Good things happen in the nick of time. What do you see when you lay awake at night? Who do you really want to be? Follow your dreams, don't ever let them slip away. Good things happen in the nick of time. Good things happen in the nick of time.
kind of, you know, that's sort of worth the Amanda Gorman portion of the program here, right? So, the big action's coming up, and I'm starting to feel like, wow, this might work out. And, after the last 4 years, it's been really hard to look forward to anything just because you could never tell what was going to go wrong. But we got there. And in my head, I was visualizing George W. Bush, coming off the stage going, wow, that was some normal shit. And, but I digress. So we're, it's noon, and we're about to swear in Joe Biden as the president. And here we are. And I have a song for that.
Darkness fell so slowly, caught us unaware, like a frog in water, warming to a boil. From bad to worse, and then beyond, every beauty spoiled. Black as night, lit by midnight oil. Divide and conquer was their game, fear the favorite too. Boogeyman are coming after you. Truth in this, outrageous lies, pablum for the fool. Just like history books we read in school. Daylight came on Tuesday, first light clears the air. The madness that would not end finally does. Leave your fears behind, find someone to love. We can start to dream again because it's daylight. Daylight casts its shadow, but none compares with night. Daylight freshens every living thing. Cool breeze from the meadow, blindness turns to sight. Winter turns to spring, the sun shines bright. Somewhere, somehow, someone always tries to take control, preying on the weak and timid minds. There are few abiding rules, let's try not to forget them. No one can put us down if we don't let them. Daylight came on Tuesday, first light clears the air. The madness that would not end finally does. Leave your fears behind, find someone to love. We can start to dream again because it's daylight. Love is but a song we sing, feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some will come and some will go, we should surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song they sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just when key unlocks them both, it's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I was feeling really good by the time we started shuffling out of the Capitol and I started going down whatever it was, Constitution Avenue or Independence Avenue. I guess it was Independence Avenue going up to the White House, and they're going along about 2 miles an hour, and all those Secret Service guys are walking by, and then they get out of the car. And meanwhile, on TV they're describing the car, and like the glass in the windows is 5 inches thick. I'm going, wow, it's amazing you can even see through it. Doors weigh like thousands of pounds. It's like, okay. Like, that's right. But here we are, and truth is there's still an amazing amount of uncertainty, but now we have hope, and that's a really big difference, right? I mean, uncertainty I can handle when there's hope.
Dusty road, it's a hot and heavy load. Folks I meet ain't always kind. Some are bad, some are good, some have done the best they could. Some have tried to ease my troubling mind. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder through this line, just doing the best I can, trying to find what I was meant to do. People that I see look as worried as can be, and they look like they're wandering too. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. I had a little girl one time, she had lips like sherry wine. Loved her so my head just went insane. I was too blind to see she was drifting away from me. That good gal's riding off on the morning train. No, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. I had me a buddy back home, and she started out to roam. Here she's out by the Frisco Bay. Sometimes when I've had a few, her old voice comes ringing through. I'm gonna see her someday. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. If you see me passing by, and you sit down and you wonder why, and you wish you were a rambler too. Nail your shoes to the kitchen floor, lace them up, bar the door. Thank your stars for the roof that's over you. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound.
So one of the big lessons of the last 4 years is that we don't want anybody in our society to be so powerful that they can tell other people how to live their lives or what to do. You know, we all ought to have values that we share as a society, and, you know, everybody should live by them, right? And they should do it voluntarily, right? It shouldn't take a heavy hand of law enforcement to maintain order in a civil society, although that's clearly where we got. And we spent the last 4 years with one group of people basically trying to dictate the behavior and freedoms of other people. And it turned out the people doing the dictating were way less than half the people in the country. And so it just brought to mind, there's a song I wrote that was written in a different context, but it applies here, about the importance of, you know, recognizing that, you know, none of us is in a position to tell somebody else how to live their life. That, you know, if we want to be part of their life, we have to be invited. And I think that if the Biden administration accomplishes anything, if it could get us back towards a place where the dignity of every person is respected and there is an opportunity for everyone to achieve their dreams. I mean, everyone has a dream, and, you know, where you were born or the color of your skin or your gender or your sexual preference, those should not in any way ever be impediments. And, you know, we've been really terrible in this country for 400 years at, you know, living up to that aspiration. But we're, you know, the problem with the last 4 years is we weren't even trying. And, you know, we had done so much better before the last 4 years. So let's get back to that and then do even better than that, because it's not like things were great before Trump, but they were better than they are now. And we got to get there and then make a huge leap from there. And I think the conditions to do that are in place, but we got to do it. Anyway, this song is called Invitation.
You must stand in line for work. You must stand in line for play. Bust your butt from dawn till dark. But love won't work that way. Love needs an invitation. It's out of your control. You must have permission to share another's soul. Some things just cost money. Some things just take time. Some things just cannot be bought. Some peaks can't be climbed. Love needs an invitation. It's out of your control. You must have permission to share another's soul. Oh my God, I got an invitation from the most important person I know. Fireworks and heart palpitations up both from the blue. Can it really be true? I'm so in love with you. Love needs an invitation. It's out of your control. You must have permission to share another's soul. Love needs an invitation. It's out of your control. You must have permission to share another's soul. You must have permission to share another's soul.
I mean, we got a lot of work to do. We got to find the parents of all those little kids in the cages. We got to do something on behalf of the DACA kids to give them, a future. I mean, it's insane that we, have to deal with that, but we do. We've got to have a rational immigration policy so our economy doesn't grind to a halt. I mean, you sit there and it's like people think this is all about the folks who pick the food, which is absolutely essential, but it's also about the people who invent the products and start the companies. And immigration is a part of our national culture, and we need to be mature and thoughtful about it, and we need to be welcoming to all kinds of people. And if people want to come here and they're willing to work, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we got to find a place for them. And the paranoia about taking jobs away, I think, is just nonsense. People who took the jobs away were the people running companies who shipped, everything overseas because that was better for short-term shareholder value, even though it destroyed careers, lives, and communities. We got to learn to have more balance. We got to think about, not just shareholders, but we got to think about employees. We got to think about the communities where employees live. We got to think about customers and suppliers, and we got to think about being good people. I mean, there's way more important things in business than just making a profit. And, we've forgotten that. We used to know it, but we've forgotten it. And, we allowed the world to become monopolized. And the problem is that monopoly is authoritarian, right? And if you have all of business operating with an authoritarian culture, it's naturally going to try to drive the world towards authoritarian politics. That's how you get Trump. And, I mean, that part's, totally unnecessary. We can do better. We can get back to capitalism. Remember, the country was founded on that principle that monopoly was bad, right? We had a Tea Party in Boston over that. And we need to have that again. We need the economy to be fair. We need it to be open. And we need to basically make sure economic power is distributed throughout the economy. Because, I mean, it's insane. Women are 51% of the population. They control 60% of the wealth. They make 85% of the purchase decision. And yet, what percentage of corporate boards, or senior executives, or founders, or investors are women? Way below those numbers. Think about black people, like 14% of the population. They've got 11% of the wealth because they've been systematically denied opportunities, right? I mean, letting women rise to their thing in the population, letting black people rise to their share of the economic pie. Those things aren't, that's not charity, that's common sense. And I'm saying it'd be good economics, be good for the economy. We have to stop thinking that everything's zero sum and get back to the fact that it's, that, you know, if we all contribute, we can all benefit. And we used to know that. We need to know it again. Collective action, it's got its place. I mean, individualism has its place too, but if everything's about individuals and nothing's about the group, then the bullies are going to win. And we just saw what that's like. And I, for one, vote no. Anyway, we still got to do something for the people who are, you know, dealing with housing scarcity and food scarcity and job scarcity. Followed them all. Oh, when there was earth to move, her arms to bear, I was always there on the job. They used to tell me I was building a dream with peace and glory ahead. So why am I standing in line, waiting for bread? Oh, once I built a railroad, made it run, I made it race against time. Built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Oh, once I built a tower up to the sun of bricks and rivets and lime. Built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Oh, once in khaki suits, a gee, we look swell, doing that Yankee doodly-doo bear. 500,000 boots marching through hell, and I was a kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember, you call me out, it was out all the time. Don't remember, you were my pal, buddy, can you spare a dime? Oh, once in khaki suits, a gee, we look swell, doing that Yankee doodly-doo bear. 500,000 boots are marching through hell, I was a kid with a drum. Say, don't you remember, you call me Hal, it was Al all the time. Don't you remember, you were my pal, buddy, can you spare a dime? Say, don't you remember, you were my pal, buddy, can you spare a dime? So, I was trying to think about, we're going to finish this show up with Dylan's new song, but I have to finish my set first, and I was trying to think what would be the perfect thing to do on the day that we got rid of Trump, and then I realized there were so many choices, but this one I think will get it done.
So good, they stone you like they said they would. When they stone you when you're trying to go home, they stone you when you're there all alone. Well, I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned. Walking along the street, they stone you when you're trying to keep your seat. Well, they stone you when you're walking on the floor. Well, they stone you when you're walking to the door. Well, I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned. Stone you when you're at the breakfast table, where they stone you when you were young and able. They stone you when you're trying to make a buck. They stone you, then they say good luck. Well, I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned. Say that it's the end. They stone you, then they'll come back again. They stone you when you're riding in your car. They stone you when you're playing your guitar. Well, I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned.
Thank you very much. I hope that you had a really good inauguration day, and I hope that this little set was part of it. I want to pass the baton to my brother, my dear friend, Dylan Chambers, with a new song from Midnight Transit. And Dylan's got a few words for you when he's done. But thank you all for being part of this family that's trying to, use music and love to, make the world a fairer, more diverse, more interesting place. Have a great day, and let's go out there and make Biden successful. We'll see you soon.
America, time has come today. We can no longer sit silently. We must fight for a better way, For too long, we have suffered. For too long, we have been pushed back. For too long, we have been held back. For too long, we have been told no. Now is the time for us to stand up. Now is the time for us to join hands. Now is the time for us to unite. Now is the time for us to make a stand. You got to stand up. You got to stand.
Well, listen to me, people. I got a story to say about the injustices in the USA. Man up at your back and then rob you blind and leave you strung out in the streets to die. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite, make a stand. Got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. So much going on, it makes me wonder why the 1% gets to sit back and deny. War and poverty are at an all-time high, and I'm rapidly die. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. You've got to stand up, join hands, unite and make a stand. Stand up and fight. Stand up and fight. Stand up. Stand up and fight. Stand up and fight. Stand up and fight. Stand up. Stand up and fight. Stand up. Stand up and out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Turn around.
I am.
Hands up. I said don't move.
I'm not. Please.
Turn around.
Okay, I am.
I said don't move.
I'm not.
Hey everybody, Dylan Chambers here. Thank you so much for viewing my band Midnight Transit's debut video, Stand Up and Fight. It's taken a lot of time to put this together. It's really near and dear to my heart, and the message is really important for the movement and the moment. Thank you, Full Moon Alice family, for sharing this on this very important day. Thank you so much, Roger. Blessed to be in your family. This is really important. Thank you, Patrick, for making this all happen. If you've got a moment, please share the video on YouTube. Tell some friends to watch it. Let's make this video message go somewhere. It's really important. Thank you once again. I love everybody. Makes my heart happy. Hopefully that you can feel some emotion from this and connect with it. And rock and roll, everybody. Please make sure to stand up and fight. Can you dig it?